Guess who's back? Me! Hi! Oh my gosh, it feels like forever since I have talked to you guys, sat down in front of a camera. It really has been though. Happy 2018. I hope it's going well for you all. Let me know how you're doing in the comment section below if you have exciting news to share, what your resolutions are. I just want to talk to you guys because it's been forever. So today is the very first video of the year here on SoCraftastic. Obviously, it is my 2018 and January bullet journal spread / layout. So if you guys are interested, I mean, you clicked on the video, so of course you're interested. New year, still can't film intros. I know I should have posted this a couple weeks ago. I apologize, but I think everything works out for a reason because I am so happy with the way that my pages turned out. I think I just needed some time. For those of you who already have your 2018 spread all done and you're ahead of the game, like way more ahead of it than me, you can still probably find some inspiration in this video. And you could of course use these ideas for next month instead of January if you're already finished. I feel super fresh and refreshed, and I'm very optimistic for what this year has to come and to share it with you all. Okay, now without further ado, let's boodle. Onward into the bullet journal. Going into the new year, I have a brand new bullet journal from Mint Princess. I think that is such a clever name. Anyway, I was reached out to on Instagram at the end of November. Mint Princess offered me a bullet journal of my very own and I got to pick the cover. So this journal was sent to me as a gift, but this video is not sponsored. Something I really like about this is that it's a lot bigger than the one I was using. I'll do a comparison soon, just a really quick one. The cover is nicely laminated. Also, if you look really closely, the little person in the logo is holding a tiny journal. I think that's super cute. It has a pretty mint spiral binding, and there's a ruler inside that actually does come out. I use it later on. The first few pages, as you can see, are different colors that she offers in her Etsy shop. I will leave a link below. I think these are really pretty colors, but I'm so indecisive and I want to be able to have a contrast with a different accent color every single month, so I stuck with white for the main bulk of all the pages. In my first bullet journal video ever, I didn't do any of the like normal things that are associated with bullet journals. I just kind of went into it and did my spreads without doing a key page or an index page. Now, I am not really interested in the index page. I'll get to that. I personally don't find the value in knowing what page everything is on. I could just easily flip through or put a tab on the side. Plus, these pages aren't numbered, so if you guys are wondering and that's something that's important to you, just keep in mind you would have to number these pages in this specific journal on your own. But like I said, I don't care about the page numbers or indexing or anything like that. So anyway, you can see here I wrote out key at the top. I did that in some fancy cursive lettering. I am practicing my lettering, so I will get better over the year hopefully, but I think it turned out fairly good. And by the way, I will link all the pens that I'm using and markers in the description box below. I'm using Pigma Micron's Pigma Graphic and some others in all different sizes. So next to this, I'm just doing a little heart key doodle, and then around everything I am doing a rectangle, as you can see here, just to kind of border and frame the words that I'm going to put in. So this is how I'm going to stay organized. With an open box, that's going to mean task. After starting a task, I'm going to put a little slash in there, and when it's complete, I'm going to do a bunch of little lines going in the same direction. If I decide I don't want to do something, I'll just strike through it with a line, and then here's all the others. I have a star, an asterisk, a little dot, a triangle. I've seen people put Netflix on here and emails, whatever you want really. And then once that's all written out, I did complete the rectangular box at the bottom, and on a couple of the sides I'm adding kind of a drop shadow to give it a little bit more interest on the page and make it pop out more. And then on the other side, since my line wasn't completely straight and it kind of bothered me, I added kind of squiggly lines around that to make it look more neat and put together. And also it's a disguise. Moving on to the next pages, I'm going to do a 2018 overview. Oh, and here is the little comparison of my Leuchtturm. I cannot pronounce things in German, so I apologize for that butchering. I actually looked up a few videos on how to pronounce it, and I still can't do it. I can't even pronounce my own last name the correct Hungarian way. I just say it the American way. My old journal just makes me feel really messy. I feel like there's way too much in it. I don't like that the pages are off-white. I didn't really notice when I was using it. I didn't actually fill out my calendar for December, so I don't even want to show you guys that. I know I told a few of you that I would, but I don't really want to even, I just want to move on to the new year and just forget about this stuff. Nothing wrong with it though. It's just up to personal preference. Of course, there is a difference in binding the spiral versus the traditional book binding. Here the journal kind of looks like it's floating. That's because I flipped the footage upside down. I was writing backwards. Basically, it was easier for me to do it that way, but hopefully it doesn't look too crazy. So I'm just writing 365 new days, 365 new chances. And then after, I kind of panicked for a second and made sure it wasn't a leap year, which I should have done beforehand. So if you are watching this in the future, like way down the line, make sure you put 366. I just wanted this page to be pretty simple, and I was inspired by Amanda Rach Lee for this page and the next. She's awesome. I really didn't know how to start a bullet journal. I've looked at so many different pins on Pinterest and pictures on Google Images, and I just really am drawn to her style a lot. So I did gain a lot of inspiration from her videos over the past few months, and now I'm actually starting to apply them. In the past, I'm like, I need my own completely unique style, and it just turns so messy. So I want to make it more clean and crisp and less busy, I guess, and only focus on like 1 or 2 accent colors per page instead of just drawing and making a lot of artwork on my pages. Not to say that I won't do that anymore ever, but anyway, this just looks a lot more neat, even though I kind of messed up the 8. That is something, if you do get this particular bullet journal or one with a spiral binding in the center, it is a little bit difficult to get used to. I'm right-handed, so on the left pages for me, it's difficult by that to like kind of get a feel for working with it, but I think after a while it'll get easier. Definitely not a deal breaker. I do plan to keep this for the year and fill out every single month, so it's not something that bothers me that much. So I did outline the letters with a gray drop shadow, and then I put a squiggly gray border around the entire image. I put stars as my kind of like featured doodle, and then I filled in the numbers and the stars with a light yellow brush tip marker by Recollections brand. Now over on the right hand page, it's kind of a year at a glance. I put looking forward, and you can see that I have all 12 grids or boxes already sketched on for the 12 months of the year. This page took a while, and I was watching an episode of Black Mirror while I filled out all the numbers, and I was very careful to look on my phone and pay close attention to what day of the week every single month started on, how many weeks in total each one had. So you will have to take that into account. Like some months have 6 weeks, so that's going to require an extra grid space on your page. So just keep that in mind so you don't mess up if you do this. You got to be very careful and have a lot of patience for this, but it's worth it because you only have to do this once a year. After I put a letter for every single day of the week, I went in with a darker marker and I wrote in swirly, cursive-y, like flowy lines. You can see what I mean here. I connected all of the words as best as I could, and I made it kind of like a line across the page. Then I went in with all the numbers for the days of the month with a very thin Micron pen, and that's it. I highlighted the little strip of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with that same brush tip marker, but make sure that the pen underneath is completely dry so it doesn't smear or smudge. And also, if you have a cat who likes to poke their nose into your work, business, hobby, fun, whatever, be careful that they don't accidentally bump you and mess up anything. Just, yeah, be aware of your cat surroundings, or dog, or hedgehog. Here's a shot of these 2 pages together after Leo moves his bushy tail here. He's so fuzzy. Oh, okay, not finished yet. I did finish highlighting, and now it is complete. And I'm pretty pleased with the way that this turned out. I like it. Next, I want to have a spot for really important standout events, and I want this page to be very, very simple. So all I did was just write abbreviated months, so JAN for January, as you can see, APR for April. Then I took a very fine Micron pen and I outlined the letters to make them look bubbly. So here's all 12 months written out, and then I underlined with a gray marker, and I put some black stars in between each month and as like little accent doodles. And that is it for this. I'm not filling out anything yet because I don't really know what I'm doing this year, but I will show you guys more in the future. I was wanting a brand new fresh start for this year. I wasn't much liking my layouts for the past few months, and I just wanted to not see them anymore. Next, I wanted to do a TV show watch log or Netflix watch log, depending on where I watch the shows. I don't want to do what I want to watch because I feel like that would just get messy, and I don't know, that might change during the year, like what I want to actually watch. So after I do watch a show or a season of something, whatever, then I'm going to, in cutesy letters, write down that show here and maybe like what season or when I watched it. I don't know exactly how the layout's going to be. I did this little TV doodle with a Micron pen, and I colored in the bulk of the TV gray, and then I filled the screen to be a rainbow. Kind of like the effect on a lot of YouTube videos where the TV screen is fuzzy and goes out and makes that beep. Yeah, that's this. That's what I was going for. And if you have any TV show recommendations, definitely leave them in the comment section below. There's a lot of things that I've already seen, like Riverdale, Bates Motel, Dexter, Pretty Little Liars. I have one season of American Horror Story left. I like dark shows, if you guys are catching the drift here. And then on the other page, I have movies. This one probably won't get very filled in because I don't watch a lot of movies. I always intend to, but I usually pick shows over movies. One of the first that I definitely want to have on here is Despicable Me 3, though. I still haven't seen that. I know I mentioned that to you guys. I'm very excited for the 80s character in it. I am obsessed with the 80s music, culture, clothing, the big hair, everything. I don't always like have big hair, but that's because it just takes a while to get all that hairspray and teasing in. Anyway, I get off topic a lot. Moving on. So yeah, I did incorporate the rainbow into this a little bit, and then here is an overview of what the TV shows and movies look like together. I skipped a page here. I don't know what I want to put there, maybe some sort of doodle, maybe a quote. But then after that, I'm doing a fitness tracker. At the very end of December, Craig and I, my fiance, we sat down and we kind of talked about different ways that we want to better our lives for 2018. By no means are resolutions reserved for the beginning of the year. If you guys want to make a fresh start in March, go for it. Don't feel limited to changing your life only at the beginning of the year. It's an ongoing process. It's just something about the new year that gives me a lot of motivation and inspiration to start fresh and have a brand new slate, a brand new chapter in a book, you know, all those cool analogies. The point that I'm trying to get to is one of our main focuses together is to work out every single day for at least like 15 to 30 minutes, but 30 is the goal. And that's what we've actually done every single day for the past well, we did like 7 days, but we started December 31st. I haven't missed a day yet. I'm pretty excited. We've been doing P90X3 with Tony Horton. He's awesome. We've been doing that on and off for the past few years, but I feel like this year we're really gonna stick with it. These pages I want to put a little bit more thought into. They're gonna be my social media trackers for Twitter and Snapchat, and then on this right page it's gonna be an Instagram tracker, and I want it to be a giant Instagram logo. Goals is just a general things that I want to accomplish in 2018, and then a year of adventures is a travel log. I'm gonna fill in the different places that I visit or really fun places that I go, even if it's in town, so I'll put those here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and a huge thank you to Mint Princess for supplying me with this lovely bullet journal. I'll link her shop and my bullet journal playlist below, and I'll also have a little linky here so you guys can check out my videos and playlist, and in the iCard up there. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!